Hi all. So officially, I will no longer be using Be Live, as every time I try and go live with them, it just doesn't work. So we are going to be going Facebook Live right now. I'm just waiting for Desiree to pop on, and that way I can add her into this chat. And there we go. It's saying adding. And there we
Are
are.
you wait?
Good, how
All
are
right.
you? Okay,
Good. Now that
let's,
we figured this out.
yeah, let's see if I switch it this way. Nope. Oh,
Does this work?
just want to see if it'll split screen. No, my phone's being all like, no, this way. So you'll just have to be a little window, but at least we're here doing this. So
Yes, we are. Can I?
welcome.
Nope, that just makes me weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
I love it. I love it. This is amazing. This is what real business is like. It's not perfect. So
Yes.
I was gonna give this whole spiel, but now that we're here, welcome. This is
Thank
Desiree, and
you.
she is the owner of Cosmic Glamour Creations, where your mission is to create beauty inside and out through the help of the cosmos, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
I love it. It's so great. I'm so excited for this. Makeup is like, I literally will just be bored and go do my makeup like at midnight. And it's just what I do. So I'm really happy to have you here. Um,
I totally feel that.
yeah. Let's get right into the thick of this because I can only imagine that your kind of like journey, I don't know, like I'm really excited to hear how you were like astrology, like planets, all this, and makeup. Let's combine them. Like that just seems like such a cool thing. So I'm just gonna literally hand this over to you and just sit back and be like, no.
Perfect. All right. Well, it all started out. I had a little man, little boy, not about, I guess 3 years now, 3 years ago, and that's when I dabbled into getting my makeup artistry certification because I'm like you, the midnight, oh, he's sleeping, I'm gonna play with my makeup. I have time to play, and I've always loved makeup, so I thought, well, gee, let's make a passion into a career. And then as I was doing that, I kind of was on my own little spiritual path where I started to realize that there's more to life than just like makeup and beauty. And then started the wheels turning. How can I make these two work together? Because if you feel crappy on the inside, it's going to show on the outside. But if you feel
Mhm,
great on the inside, then it shows more on the outside. It's kind of like that look good, feel good, or you can feel good and look good. So that's
mhm.
kind of where the whole thing kind of came along. And the cosmic glamour, I was like, well, because I make out of these world looks and makeup is out of this world and I'm cosmic and that's just so much fun. And then it really evolved as I really got back into tune with my own spirituality. And then I was like, oh, I can totally make this work together. Oh, this is amazing. So that's kind of how we ended up with everything that I do. My favorite thing is to mix tarot readings and then create looks based on those tarot readings. So there's lots of interesting
Oh,
things that I can do. But yeah, right now I'm focusing a lot on the astrology. So I've created looks for each astrological sign. That's a mouthful. And teaching group online lessons about them and how you can embody the energy that is that sign.
oh,
So,
very
yeah.
cool. So
Yeah.
now that you said that, I'm like kind of curious. So, can people like book like a makeup party with you? And what you would do is like give them like a mini reading and then do their makeup based on like kind of the feel or the overall impression of the reading?
Yeah, well, it all depends. Like, if it was a general reading, then whatever kind of seems to be the main energy that comes up in the reading, then I like to say, let me in your makeup bag. And that's the main thing is that I use what you already have on hand so that you can
Mm.
recreate and continue to play with your makeup using what you already have. So I like that you don't have to run out and buy like a whole bunch of new makeup because I said so. I want you to learn and feel confident within your own makeup bag. So, depending on whatever that energy is of the reading, then I create a look to help embody that. Or maybe you're feeling blocked in something, and we do a reading around like, let's figure out this block, maybe why you can't speak your truth, and it narrows down to confidence. Well, then let's use some confidence colors. Like red is a very good, bright, confident color. Like, I got this, everybody see me, hear me. So, let's see what red you have in your makeup bag, and then we can play with it and create a look that you can recreate over and over and over and really step into that confidence, as an example.
Wow, that's amazing. That sounds like it would be such a fun girls' night to like get these like tarot readings and then everyone gets like makeup or whatever. How many people, like when you do a party like that, how many people do you generally like to have there? Like what makes it a little bit too much and what makes it like a really fun night? Like,
Mm. Well, with the groups, I find 3 to 4 is pretty good because I like to spend a half an hour doing personalized readings just because then I get a better feel and I can tap into everything and really connect with that person and move forward. And there's like 2 different ways that we can do it. So there can be like a group lesson where I can just teach you the basics and then everybody can have a reading, or we can do that one-on-one style where I sit down with you and we do a reading and then I create afterwards. So, but
oh,
3 is like a pretty good number if it's like a group of people. And
yeah.
then obviously you can just do the one-on-one as well
Oh,
if you don't
yeah,
want to
that's
share your
true.
time.
Yeah, I can agree. Sometimes you just want that like personal, self-care and like what a great way to like honestly, I think it's like so amazing like to get a reading and I know a lot of times like I just did a tarot party last night and like the women do, they walk away being like so like just having so much more confidence just from the reading. So I can imagine like
Hmm.
adding that extra aspect of like self-care onto it that just really has them shining and feeling like they can take on the whole world and the cosmos and stuff. So that's amazing.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah, that's probably like my favorite thing to do. Like I like do the and the nice thing is that the parties can be like online. If you have a group of girls, then we can like do an online lesson with online readings. Or if you're in the Calgary area, then I can actually like come to your house and we can have
mhm.
an in-person party. So I've really strive to make that the services that I offer, other than the obvious makeup actual application as a makeup artist, that they are available online or in person. So I can reach all the peoples.
And you actually have an online event happening tomorrow, correct? Do you want to talk a little
I
bit about that?
do. I would love to. So, as I mentioned with the zodiac looks that I've made, I'm following along with the astrological calendar. I started last month with Aries, and tomorrow I'm teaching the Taurus lesson. And tomorrow is all about like an earthy, grounded. I really, if I were to, speaking of tarot, if I were to pick a tarot card that would embody the makeup that I have created, it is definitely an Empress card, like earthy abundance and just super goddess like. I'm really excited for it. Yeah.
Ooh,
So you can just grab that on my website and tickets are still available, actually.
awesome. Yeah, and I
Hmm.
will be sure to like link that up, of course, after we talk. But that is so cool. So just in saying that, like let's talk about maybe your most favorite look that you've created for a client, or even for yourself, that you, would like to share with us right now.
Hmm. Um, have to say, honestly, the look that I created for tomorrow, I'm over the top excited for it. I was like, oh, this is to be earthy, do, and then I like finished sketching it out, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I can't wait to teach this. Um, and I think maybe for a client, it was one of the first weddings that I ever worked. Hi, Jan. She had a May the 4th style wedding, so it was a Star Wars themed wedding, and I got to do some character makeup for her bridal party, which was lots of fun. So I think out of like working with clients, that was probably my favorite because it was all unique. The flower girl was R2D2,
Oh
and
my
yeah, yeah, it was super cute and so much fun, and I got to actually like play and not do your standard like natural beauty, which is lots of fun, but it was really unique for my first wedding experience to be a themed character Star Wars wedding.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. So,
It
why
was.
don't you kind of run through your services then? Because I realize we actually haven't talked about them. Like we talked about the groups and that you obviously do makeup for weddings, but what other things
Yes.
do you do?
So, I like to say that I am your certified makeup artist and intuitive reader. So, I love teaching people how to master their makeup bag. And I find even just demystifying that one product that you have no idea what to do with it can just amp up somebody's confidence and ability to tackle and play and have fun and reignite that fun that can be in makeup. And so I offer makeup lessons or actual makeup application if you were within Calgary. And then I also do intuitive reading sessions where we sit down and I do like a quick guided grounding meditation and like really connect and then uh, dive into whatever you want to find out if there's something in general or there's this reoccurring theme that you're like, why do I have to keep dealing with this stuff? It keeps showing up. Well, let's figure out where's the block, how can we heal it, what do you need to get past it, and then I have my Rougeon readings, which is the intuitive reading and a makeup session. And then, as you said, the parties, and those are both in person or online.
Cool. I really like
Mm-hmm.
the idea that like someone could book with you online and like show you all their products that they use or would like to use, and you kind of like would walk them through how to apply it and stuff. Oh, we are frozen. I swear I
Hi.
pick I I was just saying, I swear I pick like geostorms. Like every Friday there's like a geostorm. So so what I was just saying is that I really love that like for instance, I who am in Ontario could book a session with you online where I'm like, these are the products I'm struggling with, or these are the products I want to use, and then you would teach me like online how to do that. And I'm a
Mm-hmm.
really like hands-on person. Like I need to do it myself. So I love that. Do you get a lot of clients that are into that? Because I think that would be
Yeah,
amazing.
that and yeah, it's definitely now that people are understanding like the real idea behind it and how I can help you. And like I said, let me in your makeup bag, whether you're here or in Ontario, just let me see what you got. Let's see what you want to do with it. And I walk through step by step. I also record them because I do them through Zoom. So I record the sessions so that you can have your lesson after. So if you were like, oh, what did she say? How do I do this step again? You can always go back and rewatch your lesson. And I do that with any makeup lesson that I teach, whether it's the Taurus lesson or it's your one-on-one or group lessons like that, that I always record them and then you have that recording to have so that you can always go back to it.
That's
Because I tend to dump a lot of informations and tips and tricks and yeah, so instead of being completely overwhelmed going, I'm never going to remember everything, you have your video that you can go back and you can watch it step by step and be like, okay, right, that's why this isn't working. I missed a step.
Right. That's great. That sounds like you really thought of all of the customer's needs there. Like you're like because you can't take notes obviously while you're like doing your own makeup and such. So I would
Yeah.
definitely need that extra video for sure. Um,
Hmm.
so in saying that, I got to see you go live once, and you are slowly switching over your makeup bag as well into more like environmentally friendly type of products.
Hmm.
And I would
Yes.
really love for you to talk about that because you said something on the video which really kind of resonated with me is that like people feel like they need to go like all at once and you were like no you don't. So could you maybe let us
Yeah.
know some products that are maybe Canadian based? I think the products that you were using then were Canadian based and environmentally
Yeah.
friendly.
Definitely. Yeah, I have a new love affair with a Canadian company called Pure Anada, and they make pretty much everything. They make cosmetics, face cream, they make men's skincare. They also actually make like household cleaning and stuff. And they strive to be completely organic. Everything is cruelty free and like it's all organic and vegan and kosher and all that jazz. And that's something that really struck me because I realized I started looking at all the makeup in my makeup kit and it was loaded with chemicals. Half the companies actually test on animals, and I kind of started thinking about the ethics of makeup and how I'm an animal lover and I'm a lover of the earth. So to be using all these things and then, well, if it's not good for the earth and it's not good for the animals, it's probably not good to be putting on my face.
Mm,
So that's kind of where I just started doing research and looking out for people and companies that are more so aligned with those ethics that I have realized are really, really important to me. And yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. And I've been slowly ordering little samples here and there or full size products from them. And I'm falling completely in love with them. I've tried a lot of other more natural products, and they don't really stand out to the caliber of this one particular company. So it's quite exciting. And
mm.
they're, I think they're just over in New Brunswick, actually.
Oh, cool.
Manitoba or New Brunswick. Yeah, they're just not too far away.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. So,
Hmm.
I really love getting behind people that have like more of a moral kind of agenda to their business as well. And I think it's really great that you were like being conscious of that, not just for the environment, but for also like yourself and your clients and stuff, because we know how like crazy sickness is right now. And like it seems like everyone you know is getting cancer. And it's like, where's it coming from? And it could be the products that we're putting on our face or our skin and stuff. So I love that you kind of you don't preach about it. You just are like, hey, this is what I'm using. If you would like to use it too, go ahead. So
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think being in the beauty industry, it's really important to really stand by your ethics and your morals because there are lots of companies out there that don't. And if you can't stand for something, then what's it worth? And especially with the younger generations that they turn to influencers and Instagram and YouTube for inspiration. And I feel like it's kind of like my own little moral duty that I should be setting an example for the younger generations that you don't need to put all that chemical and you should care about what you put on your skin and who tests on bunnies or not, because that's to me that's really
Mhm.
important. Like I would never think about testing my makeup on my cats. That just is
Yeah.
no, no.
Could you
And
imagine?
I generally don't think that people are going like, gee, I'm just gonna go test this on my animal. No, because your animals are your family. So
Hmm.
why would I want to support a company that doesn't value animals as much as I do.
For sure. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, so in saying that, I was wondering if you would be able to give us maybe like 5 tips for, let's say busy moms or like busy people in the morning that would like to kind of have like a put together look, but don't necessarily have like a full 30, 40 minutes to like, design their face. Um,
Yeah.
could you give us some tips and tricks?
Definitely. Well, one of the first tips and tricks to make it seem like you have a full face of makeup on is just paying attention to your eyebrows. So, just putting a little bit of, you don't even need to go buy special eyebrow stuff. You could just throw a little bit of eyeshadow that's slightly lighter than your hair color and throw that in and make your eyebrows look a lot more fuller. Uh, Obviously, mascara goes a long way. It could really just amp up your eyes. A little bit of pink in your cheeks. If you have some blemishes, just spot. Just put a little bit of foundation on the spots and then just like a light lip gloss and you'll look like a nice natural fresh face without the entirety and it won't take you too long, like maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds
If
like
that.
super quick.
That's basically what I did today, actually. I put a little bit of eyeshadow on just to amp up my eyes. But yeah, no, I just spotted, did some brows. I went very minimal so that I could show that you don't need to do a full face to look all done up, I guess, or put
Yeah.
together. I don't know how you want to call
No, and
it.
you do. You look great. You look fresh faced, and it's that was something that I had to learn like probably 2 years ago, where I would do my whole makeup, but I would never do my eyebrows because they were like super intimidating to me. And when I was
Mm.
younger, my hair was a lot lighter, so I really didn't have eyebrows. So I was like, what am I penciling in? And now I do have to say that if I don't do them, my face doesn't look complete. I actually say that they're my face, and the rest is just there for show. So, and I didn't know that you could use eyeshadow. That is
Hmm.
really
Hmm.
cool. Would you just do that with a brush?
Yeah, the best thing is to use like an angled brush, so like a little brush that's like on an angle. And then yeah, and then you would just whenever you're doing your eyebrows, a little pro tip is you want to apply with like quick little strokes like your hair. So even if you have lots of
Oh.
eyebrows, but if you apply in quick little strokes, then you always mimic the look of hair and your eyebrows will look more natural versus the like super bold uh, defined trend that was happening a while ago.
When they were on fleek or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I refer to them as Sharpie eyebrows. And
Yeah.
that and some people can pull it off. It's not for everybody,
Yeah.
and so I will say that. It's not for me. I tried it. It looked ridiculous. So, yeah, if you want nice, soft, natural, you always just want a quick little eyebrow uh, hairs.
I I love it. Thank you. Like thank you for that because I think people do they neglect their eyebrows, but they are our expressions. No, I was like
They are. Yes, yes, they make the face.
yeah. um, so in saying that, you have been doing this for a little while now, and I know as an entrepreneur, it can be hard at times. And especially with a little one at home, I can only imagine. Um, would you care to kind of share a little bit about how you find motivation to get your stuff done? Um, but also during maybe like a hard time or a slow time, what you do in order to keep that drive and passion going within yourself.
It all boils down to the kid. I wanted to be an entrepreneur so that I could be around him as much as I can and not miss those precious moments while still being able to actually afford to hang out with him all day.
Mm,
That is a big motivation. And then I find like I sat down and bought a big desktop calendar and planned everything out, especially with my zodiac series. I was like, hey, I need to like really know where I'm going and what I'm doing. And then, so when I'm feeling like lost or frustrated, I can look at that calendar and be like, okay, well, this week, this is what I'm focusing on. And that really helps keep the motivation, having that plan there, because it's so easy as an entrepreneur and a mom to just be like, I'm not going to work today.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't feel like it. You know what? We're just going to go to the park all day. And, but having that visual representation of like, no, you're at work today. But it definitely helps to do that. I think that is a big motivator. And the hard times, it's just I think about my why. Like, why do I want to do this? Well, I want to help women and people be empowered and feel confident because depression and self-esteem issues have been something that for ran rampant in my entire life. So, and I always used makeup as an escape. So I think that's kind of like why I really wanted to like help people feel good. And makeup's not for everybody, and that's totally okay. But for a lot of women, especially when you're super busy and stay-at-home mom, it's hard to look in the mirror sometimes because you're just like, oh, I'm tired. Look at these bags. This kid kept me up all night. But being able to take 5 minutes for yourself and just feel good. And I think that makeup can be part of like a self-care because, as
Mhm.
I said, look good, feel good, and it just can brighten up your day in 5 minutes just by putting some lipstick on. And you're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I love my
Remind me,
red
I'm a
lipstick.
I'm a human. Yes, red lipstick. I used to shy away from it, and then I just tried it one day, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, this is amazing. Why am I not wearing this my entire life?
Yeah. That's amazing. I
Yes.
think too, a lot of people don't realize that like makeup is art. Like it's an art form, just like anything else. And I
Mm-hmm.
know with myself, when I'm feeling stuck in my business, I go to creating like a new potion or a new spell, or I'll make something like creative that way. Do you ever find motivation just by like picking up your brushes and like creating a new canvas on your face so that you can share it with the world, or not even expecting to share it, but then you end up doing that?
Oh, definitely. Yep. That I fully agree with that. Makeup is an artist, and that's why we're called makeup artists.
True. Yeah.
But
Duh.
it really
No.
it's more than just playing with your makeup. And I do find like for me, I will go spend an hour in my makeup room and just be like, no, I need time. I'll just go in there with no idea and I'll just pick up colors and see what happens. And sometimes it's very interesting. And other times I'm like, wow, this looks amazing. I should capture a photo of this. But it's definitely a huge inspiration for me. If I just go and play, then the creative juices starts flowing, and I'm like, yes, this is exciting. And even if it turns out a little odd, it gets that thought process going, and then I'm ready to keep going on,
Yeah.
regardless of how ridiculous I may look.
Hey, as long as you have the confidence to rock it, do it, right?
Yes, yes.
Um, and I really liked how you touched on your journey with depression and anxiety as well. Um,
hmm
because I find that even with myself and other people that I know, especially people who are those creative types, um, I feel that sometimes we kind of maybe suffer a little bit more because we have such a like a utopian kind of vision for this world, and it can like suck us down when we're watching the news or something too much. And
hmm
I loved that you talked that like makeup helped you kind of like put this face on so that you could get through your day, and it helped you kind of come out of that shell, or that darkness that can be
hmm
depression and anxiety.
Yes, yes. It's a makeup can be really magical. And
Hmm.
like, and for myself, like when it's a full moon, I'm in the bathroom for an hour, taking my sweet time, doing those super elaborate looks so that I can have my ritual time with then honoring the moon and doing all that, setting the intentions because I'm full on woo and I don't hide it anymore.
Yeah.
And I wear it proudly, and like the husband knows. He's like, "Oh, it's a full moon. Better put the kids to bed early and like go watch a hockey game upstairs." So it's really definitely like something for myself. Like I tap into myself and my soul when I get to play and create my makeup, because it just gives me that connection, because I take that time listening to how I want to feel and how I want to look, and makeup can help me portray that.
Hmm. I love that. Oh
Yeah.
man, I wish I lived in Alberta now. And like, if I ever come there, I'm just gonna stop by and be like, okay, I don't even care if I'm just going like to the mountains. You're doing you're doing my makeup, please.
Sold.
Because
Definitely.
it means a lot when people can be authentic through their business. And I think you really do live authentically, like even your lives, like you bring your little man in, and it really just allows for that connection, right, with people. And I think that's important, especially when you're up close in someone's face, like doing their makeup, that they feel
Yes.
comfortable and confident, like with who you are, to make
Mm-hmm.
them feel confident. So thank you for doing that
Definitely.
and being
It's
you.
my pleasure. Yes, the connection is key. It really helps, that's for sure.
Good. Um, so, in saying all of this, I was wondering if you have a mantra or affirmation that you would like to share with the group, um, that kind of helps you or gets you up every day.
I have like 10 that I work with on a daily basis.
Love
Um,
it.
yeah, I have like this list right above my coffee pot, and I stand there and, well, I don't have to read it anymore because they're all memorized, but I would stand and read them and stir it into my coffee, every cup of
Oh.
coffee, and then I drink it in. But I think one that I keep saying a lot, whether or not I'm stirring it into anything, is I'm open, available, and ready to receive. Because
Mm.
I've got a lot that I'm asking for, and I just have to I'm like, well, I need to let the universe know that I'm open, available, and ready to receive whatever you want to give me. Here's what I'm asking for, and I'm open, available, ready to receive. That's kind of one that I say throughout the day, many, many times. I feel like that one helps. It's kind of like the unlock the door in my mind.
I That one is so true because I say to my clients all the time, you're asking for a lot. Are you ready for it to come? And
Mm-hmm.
automatically people go, oh. And it's like, you got to be ready. You got to be ready to receive
Yeah.
that if you're going to be asking for it. So I love that that's part of your mantra. Um, I
Mm-hmm.
feel mine lately has been our family motto, which is to soften your heart. And I'm finding that, I don't know with you, but when things start to get really good, especially in the business aspect, I'm waiting kind of for that other shoe to drop. And I need to soften my heart to remember that like joy and gratitude and everything just makes makes what is happening happen. And I find that when your heart is hard, it's hard to accept the things that are coming to you. So,
Oh, definitely. I like that. I
yeah.
like that for sure. Yeah, that I do totally. I totally get that, especially when things are going good. And I'm like, I'm so grateful, and then there's that little but this is
Oh,
good
sorry, I just snorted.
now. It's okay. I'm a snorter too. So, yes.
Yeah,
Yes, I
it's
totally get that.
it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Hmm.
So let's just like talk where everyone can find you.
All
Because
right.
I want people to like hit you up on Instagram, follow your Facebook, add you to their mailing list, like everything, because um, you're like one of my new favorite people now. I don't think we've actually like ever talked really one-on-one like this, but yeah, I'm just like, okay, like how can I get to Alberta to hang out with Desi now?
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Or maybe I'll come out east. At least we're in
Yeah,
the same country, so we're one up there.
there you go.
No passport needed. Yay!
And no currency exchange.
No, no. Our that is magic right now.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. All right. So on Facebook, I have my Facebook business page, and it's Cosmic Glamour Creations. And then I'm the exact same handle over on Instagram, Cosmic Glamour Creations. And then on my website, it's cosmicglamourcreations.ca. So if
Mm,
you head there, you can if you there's actually like a drop down menu. So there's like the zodiac inspirations Taurus. So if you click on that, then you're right on the sales page and you can grab your spot for tomorrow's lesson. And also when you jump onto my website, there's a little pop out saying, "Hey, would you like a free eye guide?" Because I created an eye guide that's a freebie for everybody. And obviously, if you let me into your email box, you can have this freebie. And it's the ultimate eye guide. So I go
oh,
over what colors you should be wearing to help your natural eye color stand out. And then I also go over like basics of like how your eye shape is and the best way to actually apply eyeshadow because not every eye shape is the same and application techniques are a little bit different for each eye shape and size. So with that little, if you let me email you once a week, then you can have that freebie that's there. And
perfect.
it just slides out when you head to my website.
Awesome. You know what? I don't think I've actually signed up for your mailing list yet, so I'm going to do that because yes, I want that, but also I want to see what's going on with you weekly. And just
Hmm.
Jen here said Minnesotans should be honorary Canadians. We'll take you.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll take you.
pretty much. Yeah, yeah.
Um, and so that, okay, so Facebook, Cosmic Glamour Creations, same with Instagram. And then
Yep.
your website is with .ca. And
Yes.
that is where they can find your mailing list. And what time does your Zoom chat start tomorrow for the
Oh,
Taurus? Yeah.
yes. Oh, yeah. It is at 3 p.m. My time. So Mountain Standard Time, 3 p.m. So let's see if I can do this. 2 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. Ha!
Boom.
Get better at that.
I love it. You're just like, there it
It's a
is.
mouthful. Yes, I will do this. One day
Mhm.
I won't have to use my fingers.
That's okay.
Yes, yes.
It makes it really cute. This is
It's authentic. What can I say?
yes, exactly. Yeah, because that's how people think. So,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
wow. Well, I have had such a wonderful time chatting with you and just like getting to know you better and getting to know your business and why you're so passionate about it. And um, yeah, I just like you're such a vibrant soul and really like I feel like the sun is shining on me right now because you're just so like bright and sunny. So thank you so much for joining me, Desi. It was such a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been lots of fun. It's been lots of greatness. All the good,
Yeah,
all the gratitude.
for sure. Just a quick note for everyone. If you would like to be a featured gem, because I am switching this from a featured femme to a featured gem, because we are all gems in business, please contact me and we can set up a date and time. They are always held on Fridays. And I think I'm going to be doing them as a recording now and not live so that we don't get this glitchiness. The universe has told me enough times. So reach out to me if you would like to do that. And again, just another quick thank you to you, Desi. It was such a pleasure today.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.